Good afternoon, friends. How are you? God bless you all to be in the best of spirit. Now, I am coming to my topic. Let us analyze one of the important case law which was decided by 9 judgments. So, the case law is which is in the slaves of Advocate on Court Examination, Supreme Court of India. The case law is Justice K.S. Puttaswamy, who is a retired judge of the Karnataka High Court, versus Union of India. This case belongs to year 2017. This is important landmark judgment decided by the 9 judges bench, and that too unanimously. It talks about right to privacy. It is a fundamental right under the Constitution of India. Why this judgment is important? The reason is before the judgment, there are two judicial precedents. One is by 8 judge bench and another is by 6 judge bench, where they said that right to privacy is not a fundamental right. So that's why this 9 judge bench was constituted and it overruled its previous judgment. So now let us explore background of the case. Honorable Justice K.S. Puttaswamy, a retired judge of the Karnataka High Court, filed a writ petition challenging the Aadhaar scheme introduced by the Indian government. The primary contention was that Aadhaar scheme, which collected biometric data, infringed upon an individual's right to privacy. And the issue was, is the right to privacy a fundamental right under the Indian Constitution? Government, before deciding this case, went into previous precedents. First one is MP Sharma versus Satish Chandra, or of 1954. An 8 judge bench of the Honorable Supreme Court held that Constitution does not explicitly guarantees right to privacy. And second one judgment was Khadk Singh versus State of Uttar Pradesh of 1962. A 6 judge bench also held that there was no fundamental right to privacy, though some judges recognized elements of privacy under the right to life and liberty, that is Article 21. So these decisions necessitated a re-evaluation of the status of privacy as a fundamental right. So this case has implications beyond Aadhaar, touching on surveillance, data protection, individual autonomy, and digital privacy in a rapidly evolving technological landscape. So in the case, issues before the Honorable Court were, first one, does the right to privacy constitute a fundamental right under the Constitution of India? Second was, if privacy is fundamental right, then what should be its scope? What should be its contouring? And under what conditions can it be restricted? Third one was, how does the right to privacy interacts with state policies like Aadhaar and concerns about surveillance. Government is in need of to run our government properly, has the need of surveillance, and on other side there is privacy. So how to interact these two issues so that both ends meet? This was also the issue before the Honorable Court. So after going through details and lengthy arguments and going through the facts and other precautions, Honorable Court unanimously held that right to privacy is an intrinsic part of Article 21, that is right to life and personal liberty, and other fundamental rights under Part 3 of the Constitution. Court emphasized that privacy is essential to human dignity and personal autonomy. So it overruled precedents. The court explicitly overruled the earlier decisions in MP Sharma and Khadak Singh, declaring them outdated in the light of evolving constitutional jurisprudence. That's why we say the law is dynamic. Scope of privacy. I mean to say, what should be the contouring of privacy? So the court said that privacy encompasses a broad range of rights: protection of personal information, autonomy over personal choices such as marriage, procreation, sexual orientation, protection against unwarranted state intrusion. The court also balanced the regional restrictions by saying that right to privacy is not a absolute and can be curtailed under certain conditions. First one, if there is legitimate aim to curtail, that it can be done. Restrictions must serve a legitimate purpose, such as national security, public order, protection of others' rights. Second, it said that proportionality to meet both ends. So the restriction must be proportionate to the aim sought to be achieved. Legality. There must be clear legal basis for the restriction. This judgment emphasized the need for a comprehensive data protection framework to safeguard individuals' personal information. No doubt, the court recognized privacy as a fundamental right. It did not rule on the validity of the Aadhaar scheme, leaving that for a separate 5-judge bench. So they did not give any view on Aadhaar scheme. What that was decided in 2018 by a 5-judge bench. So the first positive point in this, which strengthens this observation, is all the 9 judges were unanimous in decision that right to privacy is a fundamental right under the Constitution. This judgment upheld privacy as a core aspect of human dignity and autonomy. No doubt, multiple concurring opinions are different judges provided nuanced views on the scope and implications of privacy contributing to a rich body of constitutional jurisprudence. Now, let us explore the impact of the judgment. Firstly, the judgment expanded the ambit of Article 21 and other rights, reinforcing the protection of individual liberties. It laid the groundwork for the recognition of data privacy, prompting the government to draft the Personal Data Protection Bill. Later on, this was known as Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023. This decision has been cited, quoted in later on cases involving issues such as LGBTQ rights, just as we know Navtej Singh Johar versus Union of India and women reproductive rights. This judgment was quoted therein, keeping in view the privacy of the individual. The judgment established privacy as a standard against which state action such as surveillance and data collection can be scrutinized. So, when this judgment is out, democracy in our country, critics come forward and they discuss what are the challenges before us after this judgment. So, critics argued that the judgment lacked clarity on the operational aspect of privacy, particularly in the context of state surveillance. While the judgment called for data protection laws, the delay in enacting comprehensive legislation left individuals vulnerable to privacy breaches. The decision raised questions about how to balance privacy with competing interests like national security and public welfare. So, after the critics, now let us conclude the judgment. We can say the judgment of Justice K.S. Puttaswamy versus Union of India is a transformative movement in Indian constitution law. By recognizing privacy as fundamental right, Honorable Supreme Court upheld the value of dignity, autonomy, and liberty. It marked a shift toward greater protection of individual rights in the digital age and laid the foundation for future developments in privacy and data protection. So that's why this judgment is known as landmark leading case, and it is in the syllabus of Advocate on Record examination of Supreme Court of India. I feel those who are going to appear in the Advocate on Record examination might be enriching their knowledge to pass through the examination comfortably. And I wish and pray to God that all my viewers who are going to appear in the Advocate on Record examination get best success. God bless you all. See you again. Thank you. Don't forget to pass over this to share with others and also like and subscribe the my channel.